Hi guys, welcome to Nepal Scout Training Center, Sundarijal. Myself, Dr. Pranab. I'll be talking a little bit about the training SMART and why we have done in the same venue. Come with me. All the students will be welcomed by Mr. Pasa here with a smiling face. Students, they really like to see the big teddy bears and they'll be excited for the training. And this training is actually the excitement, fun plus learning. You can also see educational materials related to disaster so that they will understand how to use any kind of knowledge during disaster. And actually we have chosen this venue because what we used to teach students that there will be 72 hours for a higher rescue operations studies in Nepal. But this training, if you see, it will be from 54 to 60 hours. They'll be using their own materials, they'll be using their own instrument for the response. And if they're able to sustain within those hours, then they are sure that they will survive in any kind of disaster situations. So this training center is located in middle of the jungle, so that there will be no much facilities that will be available, and they'll be using those facilities that are present here as only, and that symbolizes that they will be able to sustain any kind of disasters. So this is the training materials that we are going to use them during the training. So you can see we have got helmets, hammer, bolt cutter, fire extinguisher, gloves, shovel, and then crowbars. We'll be using most of these materials for the treatment, for the response. You can see this is a spray where they will mark the victims. So for marking the victims they will be using this. So each items that has been displayed here will be using by them during the training. So we are giving them lots of materials, lots of inputs according to their age. Maybe that's quite difficult for them, but if they start learning these things from this period of time, it's sure that they will be understanding more higher knowledge and disaster response. Yes, one thing. Many people ask me, like, why would you like to do the training for this age group and not for the more adult people, or you can say like more than 18 years. But if you see the Nepal context, people, they usually after they finish their +2 higher education, they usually try for abroad, and the training that we have invested on them will be lost for a certain period of time. And if you see, if we train the students of school, since if it's class 9, so it will be retained at least 5 to 6 years in Nepal. So if they are not able to do by themselves, at least they can advise the higher authorities, or at least they can have the coordination between the team. And yes, to talk about the team, we have the international SARET, Search and Rescue Assistance in Disaster, which is giving us the technical support for the training. And the most importantly, they are also funding for the maximum part of the training. And also Japan Foundation, and I'm very happy that I was a fellow of Japan Foundation in 2016, and they inspire me to do these kind of trainings. So I'm very happy for Japan Foundation, and yes, organized by Prithvi School this time. If you see the semaphore, it says be prepared. So you have to be prepared for any kind of disaster, any kind of situations that about to happen. So that's be prepared, and we have similar kind in our certificate as well. To talk about having expectations and questions collection, people, they usually put a notice board saying the suggestions or expectation collection, but I have done a little bit different here. If you see here, we have a tree. It's called as SMART tree. So SMART stands for Scout Medical and Rescue Team, and the tree with leaves is for collection of all the expectations, questions, suggestions that they have. Because if they see these things, then at least they will attract them to write something in the paper. Because if you see here, it's all empty with different designs. Yes, and I would like to thank all my volunteers for making these smart tree. like we have in Christmas tree. Okay, so talk about the woggle. The emergency medical sign is asterisk. So we have half asterisk. So that denotes the medical part. So the medical stethoscope, ECG is here, and the half is for search and rescue. The triangle, blue triangle in orange background, we have written SAR, search and rescue. So that denotes the rescue part. So if you see here, that's all helmet, crowbar and hammer. So it says Scout Medical and Rescue Team. So this is the woggle that they will be getting, only those who have qualified, certified, smart. And this is Nepal Scouts logo. So my future thinking, planning is the green border will go to red if it is advanced. So this green is for basic one. So basic, advanced, it will go red. So that's future concept. Let's see how well the training will run, and then depending on the future supports that we will get. So it's like getting it here inside. This says I'm a smart scouts, and the students will be very happy to have this in their woggle because it is the visibility sign that they have done the smart training. So this will be given to only those who are qualified, and then this woggle cannot be swapped, exchanged, or cannot be bought anywhere. This is not for sale. Actually it's for the smart scouts. So this is a camp where you have to follow some of the basic ground rules that is required for the camp. They are not allowed to go outside the camp. They are not allowed to go around by themselves. They have to take the permissions of everyone, and that's what makes a camp, real camp, a secured one. Because if you see, there are lots of security issues that is required to be taken care during disaster. So here I think they will be understanding the idea regarding the disaster response and to sustain, to stay during the hard times of the disaster, because they have to go out of their home. And if you see now, lots of Kathmandu children, they are not habitual to stay in these kind of situations. And I think this training will be quite fruitful for them, because they will be learning, they'll be doing their work, they will be staying in the camp, they will be making friends. There are 7 different schools in each group. So we have done 3 groups this time. So 7 schools and around like 30 members in each batch. So I'm very thankful for all the supports that has been given to me from the Japan Foundation, from SARED, and from the Nepal Scouts as well, because without them this training is just a dream, and this dream has been come true because of those organizations. And I would like to thank all the volunteers, all the instructors that has been working day and night to come this dream to this level. And yes, we all are very positive that this training will be so fruitful that at least they will be able to save one life by each participant. And that's what we all think and we all work for. And it's all for the community.